Have you ever thought about using solar energy for heating and cooling your home? It's a question that's becoming more relevant every day. As we face the realities of climate change and dwindling resources, renewable energy sources are stepping into the spotlight. Solar energy in particular is a superstar of sustainability. Unlike fossil fuels, the sun is an inexhaustible source of power, and as energy costs continue to rise, harnessing this free resource becomes increasingly attractive. But solar energy isn't just for powering your lights and appliances. It can play a significant role in keeping your home comfortable year-round. From solar water heaters in the winter to solar-powered air conditioning in the summer, the applications are both practical and plentiful. So if you're curious about how solar energy can help heat and cool your home, stay tuned. We're about to shed some light on the subject. Now, you might be wondering, how does solar heating work? Let's dive in and demystify it all. Solar heating, in its essence, is about harnessing the sun's energy to provide heat for your home. The process begins with solar collectors, which are usually mounted on the roof. These collectors absorb sunlight, transforming it into heat. This heat is then transferred to a heat transfer fluid, commonly air or a liquid such as water or an antifreeze solution. Now there are two main types of solar heating systems, active and passive. Let's talk about the active system first. In an active solar heating system, the heat transfer fluid, once heated, is actively moved around the house. This is typically done through pumps or fans. The heat can be used directly, like for underfloor heating or to heat water for your shower. Alternatively, it can be stored in a heat storage system for later use. On the other hand, passive solar heating works a bit differently. It doesn't rely on mechanical devices to distribute the heat. Instead, it uses the natural flow of heat, think convection, conduction, and radiation. For example, a sunlit window can allow heat to enter a room and warm it up. The heat stays trapped inside due to insulation, keeping the room warm even after the sun goes down. Each of these systems has its advantages. Active systems can cover all your heating needs and have the flexibility to store heat for future use. Passive systems, while they may not provide all your heating, are extremely low maintenance and have minimal operational costs. However, both systems also have limitations. Active systems can be more expensive to install and require regular maintenance. Passive systems, while simpler, need to be well integrated into the home's design to be effective. So that's how solar heating works. It's all about capturing and distributing the sun's warmth to make your home cozy and comfortable. But what about cooling? Let's find out next. Cooling your home with solar energy might sound like a paradox, but it's entirely possible. Indeed, the power of the sun can be harnessed to chill your living spaces, particularly through solar-powered air conditioning. Let's delve into how that works. Solar cooling operates on a fascinating principle involving absorption chillers. Now, chillers are devices that remove heat from a liquid, which can then be circulated through a heat exchanger to cool air or equipment as required. Absorption chillers in particular use a heat source to drive the cooling process. Enter solar energy. In a solar cooling system, solar panels capture sunlight and convert it into heat. This thermal energy is then used to power the absorption chiller. The sun's energy, in essence, drives a series of chemical reactions within the chiller that result in cooling. The process begins with the absorption chiller containing a solution of refrigerant and absorbent. The heat from the solar energy causes the refrigerant to evaporate from the solution. The gaseous refrigerant then moves to the condenser, where it cools and returns to a liquid state, releasing its heat in the process. This heat is expelled outside, while the cooled refrigerant moves on to the evaporator. Here it absorbs heat from the surrounding environment, causing it to evaporate once more and cool the area. The absorbent then draws the refrigerant back, and the cycle repeats. The advantages of solar cooling are manifold. For one, it significantly reduces energy costs. Since the system is powered by the sun, it doesn't draw on expensive and finite electricity supplies. Additionally, it cuts down on greenhouse gas emissions, making it a far more environmentally friendly choice. However, it's only fair to mention that solar cooling does come with its own set of challenges. For instance, it requires a good deal of sunlight to operate efficiently, which might not always be available. Also, the initial setup costs can be high. As you can see, solar energy can keep you cool in the summer too. But how does this all benefit you? Stick around to find out. Another interesting application of solar energy is the use of solar heat pumps. These devices are designed to transfer heat from one place to another using the power of the sun. You might be wondering, how does this work? Solar heat pumps operate on a simple yet effective principle. They absorb heat from the environment such as the air, ground, or water, and use this heat to warm your home. Conversely, in warmer weather, they can extract heat from your home and release it into the environment, thereby cooling your living spaces. The core component of a solar heat pump is the refrigeration cycle, a system that transfers heat using refrigerant as the medium. This refrigerant, which has a very low boiling point, circulates through the heat pump system, absorbing heat from the source and releasing it at the destination. Solar energy comes into play by powering the pump and compressor that circulate the refrigerant, making the entire process sustainable and energy efficient. Solar heat pumps have several benefits. For starters, they are incredibly efficient. They can generate up to 3 times more heat energy than the electrical energy they consume. This means you can enjoy comfortable temperatures in your home while significantly reducing your energy bills and carbon footprint. On top of that, solar heat pumps are versatile. They can function as both a heating and cooling system, making them an ideal solution for year-round climate control. And there you have it. Solar heat pumps offer another way to harness the power of the sun for home heating and cooling. But how do we ensure we have solar energy available even when the sun isn't shining? Stick around to find out. Now that we've discussed how solar energy can heat and cool your home, you might be wondering, what happens when the sun isn't shining? Well, that's where solar energy storage solutions come into play. Solar energy can indeed be stored for use during periods of low sunlight or during the night. The most common method of storing solar energy is through the use of batteries, specifically lithium-ion batteries. When your solar panels produce more electricity than you need, the excess can be stored in these batteries. At night or on cloudy days, your home can draw power from these batteries, ensuring you have a consistent energy supply. Let's delve deeper into this. The energy storage system includes a charge controller. This device regulates the flow of electricity from the solar panels to the battery, preventing overcharging and optimizing battery life. Once the battery is fully charged, the controller redirects the excess power back to the grid, if your system is grid-tied. If the solar panels aren't producing enough electricity, the controller draws power from the battery to meet your energy needs. Now, while this might sound complicated, modern solar energy systems are designed to handle all these processes automatically. You just sit back and enjoy the benefits of solar power, day and night. But what about the lifespan of these batteries? Well, with advancements in technology, solar batteries now have a lifespan of around 10 to 15 years, and their efficiency and storage capacity are continually improving. However, just like the solar cooling system, it's fair to mention that the initial investment for a solar battery can be quite high. But keep in mind the cost savings on your energy bills can offset this cost over time. So, even when the sun isn't shining, you can still benefit from solar energy. But how does this all add up in terms of benefits? Stick around to find out. We hope you found this video informative and enlightening. If you did, we have a small favor to ask. Please hit the like button below. It helps us to reach more people and spread the word about the power and potential of solar energy. If you want to stay updated with more content like this, consider subscribing to our channel. We are constantly working on new and exciting content, and we'd love for you to be a part of our community. Remember, your likes and subscriptions help us bring more of this content to you. So, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Together we can harness the power of the sun and contribute to a more sustainable future.